skinny too, so I don't think he
Oh, so he
actually.
stretches it. Yeah.
I don't think he eats a whole lot. Like his pants always look like they're falling off
Mm.
because he
I
like
do think he used to be fatter. Like, I don't know. He used to
Wow.
teach middle school,
really.
actually. Yeah,
Oh, they broke him.
That may be what it is. They broke him.
possibly.
So, well, speaking of being fat, that is a perfect transition.
Mm.
Turns out that's the only thing that's wrong with me because I went to the doctor.
hmm
Well, physically, that's the only thing wrong with me.
Yeah.
I finally went I adulted and I went to the doctor. Um, and they did a full workup just to checked my fluids, gave me an oil change, all that fun stuff, kicked the tires.
Right.
The old finger wave.
Right. I got a not yet. No, I'm putting that off as long as
You're doing it
possible.
wrong.
Hey, actually, I told my doctor. Hang on. No, this is a story.
Transition.
Just hold that thought. Okay. So I went to my doctor and I was like, so there's a history of prostate cancer in my family, right? Colon cancer and stuff like that. He was like, oh, yeah, yeah. And I was like, so I guess it's time to.
Did he get like a little gleam in his eye when you
Well,
said that?
no, here's the thing. Worse. Here's the thing. Because I did not. Because full disclosure, I am getting a colonoscopy, my first one ever, next month. I'm thinking about live streaming it to YouTube.
That'd
I'll
be
buy
awesome.
you a cake. I mean, that's a monumentous occasion.
It is. It is. I'm going to lose my butt virginity as far as everyone's concerned.
Are they not doing it with a pill? Are they not? Oh, never mind. That's something else.
Yeah, they're gonna knock me out and stick a hose up my ass. Look at my
There we
colon.
go.
But and I can get a recording, I think. But
Wouldn't you
anyway,
rather take the butcher's word for it?
Yeah.
well, here's the thing.
Ba-dum-ta.
That's how you check the colon. The way you check the prostate is you get the finger wave. And
Right.
Yeah.
kids, what that is a doctor sticks his couple fingers up your ass and feels the back of your prostate. And it's supposed to not be fun.
Yeah,
for
and it tells
most
you if you have
people.
cavities at the same time because
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He gets up in there. He gets in there, and it's not fun. It is for like 10% of the population statistically, but for the rest of us, it's not
Right.
fun. And
As long as you don't feel two hands on
Yeah.
your shoulder, you're fine.
Right. Yeah. At least kiss my neck. And don't get me wrong, he's an attractive young man. He's a black man. I think he's South African, I believe. Good-looking guy, very Wayne Brady-ish, funny.
Oh, nice.
So, if it's going to happen from somebody, I want it to be him because I think he would appreciate me.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, so I guess I got to get my prostate checked. And his exact answer was, no, I don't think we need to worry about that.
Nice.
And I was like, what? He said, well, you seem like a healthy enough guy, and the more we learn about things, we just don't check for things like that as much as we used to. And I was like, well, my dad's doctors told him, that your kids need to check beginning like 15 years after you got, or prior to your age of getting prostate cancer. So if you're 45, your kids need to start getting checked at 30. And he was like, yeah, no, I don't think we need to worry about that. And I was like, well, hang on a minute. Inside I went from being, God, I really don't want to talk about this, to being like, well, what's wrong with my ass?
Yeah.
Why don't
I
you
get
want?
the finger wave?
Why don't you want to get up in there? Is it me? Is there something about me? Like, I was almost offended.
Oh.
Like, I thought about, and this is not me doing a bit. This actually happened. Like, I should turn
That's
it into
amazing.
a bit.
Yeah.
Because it was weird, like the internal conflict I had. There was an instant, just looking at the doctor, when he shook his head and looked down and said, no, I don't think we need to worry about that. We don't really check for that unless there's warning signs. I was like, well, hang on a minute. What the hell?
Did you feel like
I felt,
you just got turned down?
yeah, like I just put it out there for prom and she said no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say if that's what they were gonna do before the colonoscopy while they're in there and whatnot.
Mm.
Like I will pay you money if during your prostate exam, as soon as penetration happens, for lack of a better word, you sing Moon River.
River.
Like And points if the doctor gets the joke.
But yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt your story.
No,
Memory,
that was funny. That was really really
That was
funny.
excellent. Yeah, it's worth it.
It was
Yeah.
totally worth it.
Your
Have you
problem
guys-
is you are not fat, Chris. Is that?
I am. No, I am. Okay, so I had to get blood work done. They did a full workup, and I got a letter from the doctor today, because they send you a letter if you're fine. Like if you're not, then you get a phone call if you're not.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey, can we come see you over here?
right. It's like we know you have an appointment on the 6th,
they
but
just send the ambulance.
could you come in tomorrow? Would that is tomorrow too soon? I'm like, is tomorrow too late?
Yeah.
But no, everything is within the normal. Everything's fine. Like everything is fine.
Well, cool.
The only thing is my HDL cholesterol,
Okay.
which has to do with cardiovascular, was a 36, and it should be 40 or more. That was the only thing that was not within acceptable guidelines.
So like all your vitamins and God, what are they called? Like liver enzymes.
Okay.
All that was good.
Electrolytes were, I'm looking at the letter right here. Electrolytes were normal, kidney function was normal, blood sugar normal, liver function normal, blood count normal, thyroid test normal. My cholesterol is normal. Let's see, your cholesterol is normal. Your low cholesterol was 81. They want it to, or total cholesterol should be below 200. It was at 142.
Okay.
So my
Your
bad
good cholesterol is fine.
Yes, my bad cholesterol is normal. My HDL, which is the cardiovascular cholesterol, is low. But they said that aerobic exercise performed most days of the week will take care of that. Now, I had just come back to work from the summer.
You're just gonna jazzercise that shit off, right?
Right. Let's see.
Some leg warmers.
Triglycerides were normal, and my A1C is 5.1, which desired is less than 6. So my average blood sugar is completely normal. So everything.
No diabetes, nothing.
Nope, nothing.
Good.
I am perfectly healthy. I just have like side effects of gravity.
Yeah.
That's basically like my knees and my back are well, my back is from the car accident, but
hey, and I will be the first witness to that. It was an amazing car accident. The fact that your back is the only problem is fine. It's
my back is from the car accident, but my knees are from the weight. Other than that, I'm perfectly healthy.
Yeah, because when that car accident happened, I was like, man, I didn't know if I really liked you yet or not. I know for sure I love you. You are an awesome. You're unbreakable. You're Bruce Willis. I am
Bruce Willis. It was scary.
Really, that tree is Bruce Willis, but you're Bruce Willis's son. You know.
Right. Yeah. Damn. That was a night.
Man, you were so messed up. When I walked in that ER, I was like, well, that lip ring's gone, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was no good.
Man, when I saw that car the next day, I drove to the wrecker shop. I was like, I've never seen a car accident like that where someone wasn't killed.
Oh, dude. Okay, so
the front tire was sitting. The front passenger tire was sitting in the passenger seat.
Yes.
Was awesome.
And the back driver's side was almost 3 feet off the ground because the car had curled under so much on the passenger side on the front.
Mm-hmm. If he would have had a passenger up front, they would have been dead, or at least they would have been at least paralyzed.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking dead, like 100 times dead.
Yeah, the cop, the state trooper, because it was on 19, so it was a state trooper, came to the hospital.
No, it was 11. Highway 11.
Was it 11?
Yeah, between Sulphur Springs and Commerce.
Right. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah. right past Brashear Road. That's right.
Yeah.
So local references. So
Extremely.
Next we
There's
bring
extremely
up
like
the
local
visual
references.
clip.
there's like 9 people there.
So no,
Nine 9 people and apparently one really big pig.
right. The cop came to the hospital and was like, and to check on me, and he's like, uh, yeah, when the tow truck driver came to pull your car out of the tree, he was like, so did y'all have to cut him out? And I told him, I was like, no, he was walking around when I got here, and he was like, bullshit.
Well, his body was walking around. His mind was not there.
I
And
swear. Yeah.
I went to the uh, wrecker to clean out the car, and when I got there, the guy was like, "Stop in before you leave." The guy that picked my car up, was still there at work, and he's like, "Before you leave, go stop by the office." I'm like, oh, "Okay, no problem." I came into the office as we left, and I was like, "They told me to stop by and see you guys before I left. Do I have to like sign something or what?" And they're like, "No, we just wanted to meet the person that walked away from that accident."
Jesus.
Every
Yeah.
person involved with my car that deals with accidents on a regular basis was baffled that I lived, let alone walked away from that accident.
Yeah.
They're like, "We just wanted to meet the person that walked out of that car
I
with
I
a
was
broken arm."
I was baffled that.
I'll bring you pictures tomorrow.
Oh,
I've got the
have you
I've,
not seen the pictures, Mikey?
Uh,
okay.
Oh,
I'll find the pictures are on my computer. I'll put them on a I'll put them in
flash
Dropbox or
drive.
something,
Okay.
and I'll show you tomorrow. They're
well,
gnarly.
honestly, like when I knew he was okay, when I saw him and I was like, okay, he's gonna be fine. He's just, I looked in his eyes and there was that animalistic look that we all get when we're on pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
The human is not there; it's something else. It's just nature taking care of itself. And I was like, okay, I know he's gonna be fine. As soon as I walked out of the room, I thought to myself, I really hope he got all that liquor out of the back of the car.
Nope.
And I found out later that no, he didn't.
No, he
And
didn't.
the trooper, I guess, was a bro about it because he could have been like order blood test and all that crap, but he never did that because you
No.
weren't drinking. That was just left over
Right. That was
from a different
Brandon's
time.
from Brandon's bachelor party.
Bachelor party, yeah, in the very back end. But I remember thinking, okay, I know for a fact he had a lot of booze in the back of that
Yeah,
car.
there was an ice chest full of beer in the back of a big ice chest full of a lot of beer in the
A
back
lot
of
of
my
beer
car.
and some liquor, I think.
And they asked me that. They were like, "You got a lot of beer back here, man. Have you been drinking?" I was like, "I just got off work." This was like on the scene. I'm like, "I just got off work. You can call the Commerce Walmart. I've been there since 4 o'clock this afternoon." And I got to when the trooper came to the hospital, and he was like, about the beer. He's like, "You're old enough to have it.
But I've got to ask.
You're not." He's like, "You." He's like, "There's nothing to suggest you were drinking it. You were old enough to have it, so there's nothing to worry about." He's like, I'm not gonna do anything about it," because he's like, it was a lot, and you were technically they could have done something because I was moving it from a wet county to a dry county.
Oh God,
Um,
those laws are so dumb.
and so I technically could have gotten in a lot of trouble, but he was like,
Yeah, they could have got you for bootlegging, but that's
right.
just
He's
you've
like,
clearly had a bad enough night.
yeah. He's like, you're old enough to have it, and you weren't drinking it, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. And he's
Yeah.
like, just it's cool, man.
Okay, just kids. Here's what is left over from 100 years ago. In Texas, we still have dry counties and wet counties. Counties that you
Yeah.
can have alcohol and counties you can't. For every adult, you can have no more in your possession than a 12-pack of beer. If you have a 24-pack or a 30-pack, technically speaking, you can be arrested for bootlegging. Welcome to Texas.
Yep.
The state that likes to thumb their nose to the government and say we're the true land of the free. Yeah, welcome to Texas. Sorry, that's a little rant I've always had.
And in Arkansas, in Louisiana, they sell hard liquor at Walmart and CVS.
Mhm. Those old blue laws are so stupid.
Because in Texas, you can't buy hard liquor. Hard liquor is only sold in liquor stores with a
Mhm.
specific license. You can't sell it after 9 p.m. and you can't sell it on Sunday, and you can't sell anything over 13% on Sunday, and you can't buy it on Sunday before noon.
Yeah.
In Louisiana, they have liquor, like hard liquor, next to the beer and the wine and the Cokes at Walmart, and you can buy it at the pharmacy.
Yeah, and I blame the Protestant Reformation. I'm serious. Like,
yeah, no, I mean,
you go down to Louisiana, it's Chris
they're all
knows,
Catholics.
Chris knows this for a fact. He married into one of them Catholic families,
Mm-hmm.
and they give their kids wine after First Communion. You know, you get a shot of wine. In my church, we get a shot of Welch's grape juice. That's the blood of Christ in my
true.
particular church. Ugh, good Lord, it is nutty times. That those laws still exist. Those blue laws
They do.
are just, they're crazy because you can get around them. Like Wood County is still dry, but Winsboro you can buy. God, extreme local reference. There's a town in Wood County called
a thing.
Winsboro. My hometown, go Red Raiders, which is not a racist term at all.
No, not at all.
You can now buy beer and wine in gas stations and the local supermarket.
Because it's by city ordinance.
Right.
Wood County is still dry, but there's a city ordinance allowing
Exactly.
beer and wine in the city of Winsboro. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how Texas works.
Yeah, and in one city, Quitman, which is even smaller, mind you, which is the county seat, the head of the county government in that tiny little city, you can actually buy liquor now.
Really?
Yes, you can. But
Nice.
if you buy 2 bottles and leave that city limits, technically speaking, you could be arrested for bootlegging
Again.
because laws.
Because laws.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
And even better, gentlemen's clubs
Yes.
can only be full if it's BYOB.
Yep. The girls
they
can.
have to wear bottoms if they
Yep.
serve alcohol.
Yeah. Why? Why?
That is
Hairs,
a law.
man.
That is a law.
Yes. If a woman goes full nude, they cannot sell liquor there.
They
Because
cannot sell alcohol of any kind.
yeah, because apparently
It's-
you'll misinterpret like, hey, I paid $5 for liquor, and then I licked the girl's inner thigh, and then they call me some kind of sexual deviant.
Prevert.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a problem that's going to occur.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in some strip clubs that were pretty sad. That were sad places.
Baby dolls,
Like-
Paris.
Oh no,
I was thinking the exact same thing.
no. That's
You can
bad.
tell
Like,
the
I've
people
been to
that went to A&M Commerce.
It's like you walk in and you feel like the sadness pushed down on you, and you're like, oh, we all know why we're here, and we all feel bad, but we're still here.
True.
I love that everyone in A&M Commerce, when you mention bad strip clubs, the first place everyone from A&M Commerce goes to is
Yeah.
Baby Dolls in Paris.
You're like, you have more scars than
Oh.
me. And I used to work outside.
Track lines and stretch marks.
Oh, God, you clearly have children. You're a
Yeah.
mother. Someone calls you mom. Oh, no,
Yeah.
here's $20 for a private dance. You don't have to dance. Stop talking about your kids. I just wanted to give you money.
Yeah. And they're cashiers at Walmart.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Every one of the dancers is also a cashier at the Paris Walmart.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, well, there was this one cashier at the Commerce Walmart like 10
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago. I would have bought Baby Dolls. I would have taken out a loan and bought a strip club, and I'd have told my mom, be like, you're just gonna have to deal. because this is where we're going to recruit your daughter-in-law.
The Walmart goddess.
Oh God, she was amazing. They don't well, they still exist, but she was unique.
Yeah, she was.
So this has been the pervert 10 minutes of the show.
It was. There we go.
I think we're well past. No, yeah, 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
Mm.
No,
I
that
feel
was.
Oh.
Seems like Chris had an original topic and we just kept spinning off of it.
Yeah. No. My original topic was just that I'm healthy.
Oh yeah, we're all fat.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say was I was healthy.
Yeah,
I got that letter today, so I was happy about that.
yeah. Well, I had the same workup. I had all the blood and all that stuff taken.
Right.
And the doc was like, well, we got your T levels leveled out with the testosterone treatments. I'm like, right on. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, dude. Oh my
I
God.
forgot you're on the juice now.
I am on the juice, dude. I'm on legal roids, and it's awesome. I get why wrestlers do it. Because you start thinking things. You start thinking things you haven't thought since you were 15. Like the other
Are
day.
you thinking things you've never thunk before?
No, I've thought them before.
And
I
then
thought
you sit and think some more?
No,
Could
I've
you
thought
while away the hours, conferring with the flowers.
Consulting with the rain?
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't think Warner Brothers would like that too much. Us using the lyrics. But anyway, was it Warner Brothers? It doesn't matter. It may have been TriStar Columbia. I don't know. The fact is, you start thinking things you haven't thought in like 15 years.
It was
Like,
MGM, by the way.
was it MGM? Roar, bitch.
Dude, way back then, it would have had to have been
Metro
MGM.
Goldwyn Mayer, yeah.
Like,
Meyer, sorry.
the only other company it might have been that far back would have been RKO.
Well, Paramount was around back then, weren't they?
I don't know if they were that far back.
I don't
But
know.
no, Wizard of Oz is MGM.
Okay. Well,
So anyway, what are you thinking about, BJ?
Roar like a lion, like A&M
Right.
Commerce.
Yeah, no, it all comes back.
It all does, really. But like the other day, I walked in the house and my nephew was laying on the couch, and my first thought was lift the end of the couch and slam it to the floor just to fuck with him. Like, I didn't do it because I caught myself. I was like, what the hell was that thought? And then I remembered, oh, you're on testosterone. That's what that is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you start thinking things like, and your energy goes through the roof. Like, you just want to do shit. You don't want to just sit and be bored. And like, you're gaming. Oh my God, you can't beat me in a dogfight anymore in a video game. Like, the other night I couldn't sleep, and I was like, I'm just gonna hop on GTA 5 and just fly around for a bit. So I did. And hopped in GTA 5. If you haven't played it, the only way you can get jets, unless you buy one, is to jump into the airbase and steal one. And I did
Okay.
it, no problem. And freaking parachuted into the airbase, stole a jet, started whipping through all the, and I spent literally like 20 minutes just like whipping through the skyscrapers, just to see how close I could get without busting up. I mean, that's the kind of shit that happens on testosterone.
You're playing chicken with a building.
Yes.
So,
I
like,
was.
you were like painting the canvas, like the.
Oh yeah. I would like pop my my ass end against the building just to see if I could leave a scrape, and it would. It would.
Nice.
Yeah. No, it's just weird, man. Like, you start thinking like, or you start acting like a teenager again in some ways. But other than the low T, everything was fine except for a vitamin D deficiency, and I was like, well, I know what that is. That's just from
Not going outside.
sitting in a classroom for
Fuck
the
the
last
sun.
year. Yeah, that's from sitting in a classroom
The sun's
for the past year.
awful.
Yeah. So I was like, no worries. I'll just take D vitamins. Well, I mean, it's either that or go in the sun, which is ridiculous. Who would do
Why
that?
would you do
Not
that?
in Texas. No.
No.
I mean,
That's
Texas has
lethal.
it's kind of given us a bit of a break lately. And supposedly the heat wave is over. Like, we're not supposed to hit 100 anymore for the rest of the year.
I don't know. It's still pretty damn hot outside, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got a hurricane or a tropical depression coming,
No,
so that'll be fun.
Transition.
No
Like-
one.
Did you see that?
Storm's like Gaston. Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent it to him.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I feel like I should talk about my health.
All right, talk about your health.
Yeah.
How's your sperm
I'm-
count?
Yeah. Oh, it's dude. Well,
Haven't checked it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off air.
I check mine every day. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's still there.
According to that rag, it's fine.
Oh, God.
What?
Uh,
Did I say something?
No, it seems legit. I mean,
no.
it's a good gauge.
Yeah, I mean, as
Yeah.
long as it smells kind of similar to like old chlorine, it's fine. I think, like chlorine and mayonnaise, right? That's like the mixture of the smells that you know that it's okay.
I see you be just like, hey, does this smell like chloroform to you?
This rag smells like chloroform. Take a whiff. What do you think? Oh, God.
What? Everybody knows what old cum smells like by now. Everybody's got a sock. They're like, oh, this needs a wash.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I mean, I need
Wait,
to do a follow
Was
up.
that Chris? Was that you that did that growl just then? Because that was
Yes.
kind of.
No, because I have to edit everything you say.
Edit nothing, dude. I didn't edit shit on my show.
Well, because you have the explicit show. Like,
It's true.
every time you say things like that, I have to edit it.
oh,
He's like,
damn.
take a note. Stop recording here.
No, yeah, I know. For real, I'm taking notes.
You
I'm
take
like, okay,
out
there's
so
an
much.
F,
There's so
an
much
F-bomb
gold.
at 20 minutes, and
There's a graphic
So-
description of the smell of old cum at 24. I mean,
And now 52. No, I'm just kidding.
and now that's a second one I have to take out.
So,
okay, Mikey, health, go.
yeah. So, last time I went in was I think early August, just because I have high blood pressure. Luckily, that's it. Thank God. Knock on wood. No diabetes yet. So they
Is there
gave
any-
me something new.
Is there any family history of it, or?
Right. Yeah, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we're watchful, and I'm overweight. I know I am. But so, you know, on the meds from July, I still had a little high numbers.
Mhm.
But once they gave me like a higher dosage of something, it's been green. So
Oh, good.
yeah, I went out and bought a sphygmomanometer.
I don't know what that is. That's a cool name, though.
That's the pressure cuff.
It's a
You know
that's
the-
a fancy name for a blood
Whoa, what?
blood pressure cuff.
blood pressure
Yeah.
kit is
Yeah.
named what?
Sphygmomanometer.
Dude, just stop by Walmart on your way to school.
No, actually, my doctor says don't trust those machines.
Really?
They say those machines are crap.
Well, your doctor has stock in the blood pressure kit company.
Possibly. But, no, I mean, so, you know, I've got Flex Spending, which is, you know, it's a prepaid card that you don't lose the money. Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. So
Mm.
they give me basically a card at the end of the year with whatever I say I'm going to do for the year.
Right.
And then through the school year, they'll take the money out of my paychecks. So
Mm.
I start off with, you know, best case, $2,000
Ooh,
to use on any medical thing I want.
that's that Academy money right there.
Right. Well,
Right.
that's just now again, you're looking over 12 months. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Over 12.
yeah,
months.
ruined
That's
it
not-
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that Academy money right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
That was
charter,
cool.
so
And it-
charter schools aren't the beautiful beacon of hope that the Republican Party would have us believe.
it's true.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I mean, I picked one of those up.
it's almost like you're saying Donald Trump is lying to me.
No, not Donald.
No,
I trust that man.
no.
So no, I need to do a follow up. Just, you know, tell him I'm good.
But your doctor didn't seem concerned at
No.
all. He was like, eh.
They
I
had
mean,
mentioned,
do they think it's just because of stress, or do they think it's weight related?
It's weight. I know it's weight related. They're like, well, it could be a lot of different factors. I'm like, it's weight. You don't have to lie to me.
Okay,
I'll be
they
honest,
were PC about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 270, way more than I should be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the world says I should be like 160, 180.
Oh,
I'd be happy at 200.
Yeah.
those BMI charts are so wrong,
Yeah.
dude. Like they say I'm 5'10", between
Yeah.
5'10" and 5'11", somewhere in there. They say I'm supposed to be at like 155. I was 165 once, and I looked sick. You can ask Chris; he saw
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
looked like I was dying because
Yeah.
I was going off that BMI chart. Because, like, I have a. If you just anybody that sees me in person, just look at my head and my shoulders. I am
Yeah.
not. I'm not a
Strong.
small man.
Yeah.
I'm not a small man. If I drop below 215, I'm eating away at muscle mass at that point.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
tall are
it's
you,
just-
Mikey?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". Okay.
Yeah.
You're 5'11", 270.
Okay, so you're a little
Yeah.
you're a little bit taller than me even. So yeah.
I've dropped to like 265 now, and I think the meds actually helped with that too.
So what
you know?
is your what was your cap? Like, what do you know?
I've never hit 300.
Okay.
I think the highest I got was 279, 280.
Okay.
So
I've been higher before.
I'm 6 feet.
You're 6 feet?
yeah.
I thought you were like 6'2", 6'3".
Nope, just 6.
Wow, you just have a huge body frame, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet tall, and so that BMI chart has me around like 175
No.
yeah,
No.
ish, like somewhere between
Impossible.
150 and 175. No, there's no way. There's no way that I could be that. But
You dropped
I-
to like 240 one time, and you look good.
I carry my weight well-ish
hmm
because I mean I got the belly going, but I carry my weight in such a way proportionate to my height
Yeah.
that when people find out what I actually weigh, they're very surprised.
Yeah. Same thing happens
Because-
with me.
It's a very high number,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't expect that. And like, Mikey, to look at the two of us, would you guess that you and I weigh relatively the same?
I, to be honest, would think you weigh more than me.
I do. I can
Okay,
weigh
yeah.
considerably more than you do.
Yeah.
But I think and when you said that, I was like, even I was like, wow, I didn't realize.
I
I
it well too.
I topped out at 330
hmm
this
Really?
summer.
Really?
Yes,
Okay, that does.
I topped out
yeah.
at 330 this summer, and well, somewhere between 325, 330, somewhere in there. 325 is what I have on paper for like tracking everything. I have it at 325. I weighed in Saturday morning at 319,
Kudos.
so I've lost 6 pounds since August 1st,
Good deal.
Excellent.
and
Which is
that
hard as a teacher.
that is due mostly because I didn't actually start. I actually took that as
Hello?
He's dropped.
Oh,
but
okay.
then, like-
sorry, I hit it. Sorry, I hit the
I'm like, what is
Nope.
pretend like he's still talking?
sorry. No,
Did one of us have a heart attack? Did it just happen?
it did. So no, I took the win of the 6 pounds and I ran with it because literally I ran with it. I've worked out every day this week. I didn't work out today because I mowed late last night
Right.
and I counted it as this morning's workout because I get up and I work out at like 4 o'clock in the morning before
Yeah.
everybody gets up. And
That's when I do my best. If I force myself to be up at between 4 and 4:15 in the morning, that's when I am the healthiest, the happiest, and the most productive. It's
so
just getting into that routine kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah, it does. I've done 30 minutes outside. I've walked 30 minutes outside Monday and Wednesday, and I plan to do it again tomorrow. I boxed for 30 minutes Tuesday. I would have done that today, but like I said, I mowed late last night. So I slept in a little bit this morning just to recoup a bit.
Right.
And so
That's a recovery day. Everybody gets those.
right. But
what time do you get up? Because I always wonder. I know you say you work out, and I'm like,
I get up at me.
Yeah.
I get up at 4.
I can't.
I get up at 4 and I spend. It takes me 15 minutes to get ready to go work out. That's that I take. I have a pre-workout to give me some energy going. So I make the little drink, and depending on what I'm gonna do, like when I'm gonna go for a run, it's like I actually posted it on Facebook in a runner group this week. I feel like I need a suiting up montage.
Yeah.
When I get ready to go, because I've got a knee brace on each leg. I've got a waist trimmer, which I know really doesn't do anything. I call it the sweat girdle, because that's all it does is it's neoprene, and it encourages sweating.
Yeah.
But it keeps my gut from bouncing when I'm running, which really helps because that wears me out.
Yeah.
And
mess your back up.
Right. So I have that, and I have my heart rate monitor, and I have my headlamp because I'm running at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have my hydration belt that has my ID, my phone, and 2 water bottles on it. And I mean, I've just got all this stuff, and then I go for my run. And so it takes me about 15 minutes to get ready. And then I'm out the door and on the road at 4:15, and I'm out there for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, see, that's a thing that's strange for me, is because I've never been supremely out of shape. Like I've been overweight. Like I said, the heaviest I ever was, on record anyway, was 288. But at the time, I was lifting weights about 3.5 hours a day, and I could run 5 miles without breaking a sweat.
Right.
I was still overweight. Technically, I had a gut, but I did these things without any problem. I was strong, and I've always had endurance. Like, I've never understood people that, I guess maybe because I grew up in a working class family, like people that actually worked out on rigs, and when they needed you, you had to be out there too. And there's no point in bitching, because it's not going to end until the sun sets, and even then we've got these floodlights. Keep working.
Yeah.
Maybe I come from a family of, I guess, natural athletes, as weird as that is to say, because a lot of, some of us anyway, just don't take care of ourselves, but when we want to, it's not a difficult thing for us. Like, I could gain 30 pounds in fat in a month and a half, but I could lose it in 3.5 weeks. We have these really weird body types in my family. Like, a lot of it is just like, it's weird. It's like muscle mass, I guess, is what it boils down to. Like, so I see people that can't, like, I'll see someone who literally can't jog more than 15 seconds without collapsing. And I'm like, how is that humanly possible? That's sad, and I want to help them, but I don't know what to do, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how different, how similar we all look, and how different we are inside. It's strange, the different kinds of people out there. Well, I don't mean to be deep about it, Chris. I'm just saying.
No.
But
no, it's true.
What's this?
See, I can't run for more than about 30 seconds because
I was gonna say, it's
my lungs are just
really
nothing. Yeah.
I'm not talking about bolting. I'm talking about jogging.
No, I can't jog for more than 30 seconds to a minute before my lungs are just on fire.
Really?
Mhm.
When was the last time you smoked?
3 years.
3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Somewhat the same way. I mean,
Really?
we did a little jog at our school field day, and I mean, I did the round part of a track,
hmm
full out, and I was wheezing,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
It
okay.
hurt.
Maybe it's because I have this weird thing where I'm one of those people, and like MMA fighters and stuff, that they train against it. I'm one of those people that when I'm doing physical activity, I for some reason like hold my breath. I don't know why. It's just something I've
You're
always
supposed to
done.
breathe, man.
You're supposed to breathe, right?
Yeah, I know
And
that.
well, that's the thing. Like when I didn't start jogging until I was in my mid to late teens, and I did that because that was just my natural reaction, right? So, and I got to the point where I would seriously like run a half a mile on one breath.
Wow.
And ever since then, I guess it just kind of I forced myself to that limit. Like I'm not thinking about running, I'm focusing on my breathing.
Right.
So I'm not focusing on what it's doing to my body. I'm focusing on like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale slowly. Maybe that's why it is, because I've had to force myself to focus on my breathing because I can't breathe and walk at the same time, I guess.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like I will say we did a test in school not too long ago. Um, where it was a sociology class, and it was kind of like an outward showing of a range of tolerance. And they had and nobody wanted to volunteer, so I asked for volunteers, and I was like, fine, I'll go, because it went like 15 seconds by and nobody raised their hand. I was like, screw it, I'm the elder, I might as well do it. And then 8 or 9 of the kids joined in, and they gave us all balloons. And they said, okay, start filling the balloon now. And we all filled the balloons, and went to exhaustion until our breath was completely gone. And then when we stopped, the teacher was like, okay, well, that didn't work the way I planned, because the range of tolerance is supposed to be very narrow in terms of, sociologically speaking. This is just kind of a physical manifestation of sociological practices. Anyway,
Right.
all the same, but my balloon was like 2.5 times their size. And I looked around and I was like, I legitimately was a smoker for more than half of your lives. How did I beat you by 2?
Yeah, 2 times.
Yeah. So maybe I've got a lung thing or something that's just different than most people. Come to
Well,
think of it, I
yeah.
do have a broader chest cavity. Maybe that has something. Maybe I have just bigger lungs or something. I don't
I
know.
still think it's society, unfortunately.
hmm
And I say we, y'all older than me. I mean, we got out and did stuff.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 32. No, 33 now.
I'm younger than you, son.
Oh, man. Evans, you're old.
I am
That's
old.
right, you
No,
are
it's
older
true.
than. Yeah.
I'm
Forgot you
35.
more younger than me. You're 31, Beach?
You're 35? No, I
Yeah.
just turned 32 August 1st. Thanks for
Okay.
the birthday wishes,
You're welcome.
Chris.
No, I wished you a happy birthday, and you were like,
I
"Oh
did
yeah, it is my
not.
birthday."
I did not know it was your birthday.
I know you didn't, Mikey, because I remembered.
Did you tell me a happy birthday on my birthday? I don't think so.
Sure, I did.
15th.
I did in spirit
It was the 15th.
of August.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week and a half.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
I tried to buy him a birthday present that he already has.
Sorry.
okay. Here's the thing about birthday presents. Please, nobody ever get me one. I don't like getting gifts. I know that's weird for some people.
Oh,
I
see.
feel uncomfortable getting gifts. When someone
do
gives
too.
me a gift, I'm like, oh.
Now I gotta
thank you.
reciprocate. Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm
you
like,
feel
give me
weird.
all the gifts,
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows a clear, different personality type.
right?
I have
Chris
too
is like,
much
"Yeah, I'll take it."
stuff. So I tell everyone, I was like, don't give me anything. I have too much crap.
You do. I've seen your apartment.
That's right.
When I walked in, I was like, this man has a lot of stuff. And that was what, like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, that's
that was
why I'm in a
lot
one-bedroom.
of stuff. Are you in a 2-bedroom now?
I'm in a rental house.
Yeah,
Look
he's in
at
an
you.
awesome place now.
Oh, hell
Soon to be
yeah,
all
dude.
alone too.
Really?
Like, my roommate is leaving end of September.
Dude, you're going
I
to have
get
your own
the
office.
entire house till next.
And it's a huge house too.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like 5 bedrooms, isn't it?
3 on my
Michael.
side, 2 on his. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, think
Yeah.
about it. You've got your bedroom. You've got an office. We have a recording studio. Then we can
I'm
have.
with it, man.
Then you can have like your sex dungeon, and you can still have a dojo where you meditate. I mean,
Like
Seems
it's
legit.
a pretty sweet pad. I won't lie.
where is it? I mean, not like physically.
It's here in Arlington.
In Arlington. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's got to be. Does that hurt? Like it?
It's about
We'll
to.
talk about what I pay. No. We'll talk about what I pay off air.
Yeah.
Just because. It's
Because you
sick.
can't believe you got it.
Yeah. It's like sick and disgusting what I'm going to be
Kinda
paying.
is. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back in a second, guys. I got to take this.
Okay.
Okay. So
So, man, this is our health episode.
it
folks.
absolutely is. It's all about the health.
Uh,
So and my other is working too. My Lexapro is working because I feel I can feel that I'm less stressed.
mhm.
I just feel more relaxed. I don't feel so on edge all the time. So I know I've still had a couple of not because part of it is I needed to help. I needed some help managing, for lack of a better word, managing my anger. But that's how my anxiety attacks happened. My anxiety attacks were actually like rage attacks instead of like a panic attack. I had like fits of rage, and so that was part of why I went to the doctor, and I'm still having. I've still had a couple of like small moments where I lost my temper, but not nearly what it was. So um, I will definitely have a positive report to give the doctor when I go back on the 6th on how this medicine's been working. But I feel better. I think it's partly. I think my motivation to work out more and everything is due in some part to that medicine that I'm on. So
Cool.
yeah, I'm
going back
feeling
on-
better.
Tracking my sleep patterns.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested to see if it's affected. It's not. I have good and bad days still. Because
Okay.
Doctor also said, she kind of wanted to see me get a sleep study. Well, I need to call the people because they called me back like, oh yeah, we're ready. But I got a note in the mail saying you're not approved for a sleep study.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, so I got to look into that.
How could you not be approved for a sleep study?
You have to qualify. Like you kind of have to qualify. You have to have like certain signs, like, and I can't remember them now, but it's like daily life being affected, high stress levels.
Just say yes.
Well, I mean, they asked. They said how likely, because it was just a questionnaire on the phone,
Mhm.
and I don't even like. That's the funny thing. The note I got, I don't think I've talked to them.
Huh.
Because like the people who are calling me are the same ones who's called me this whole time. Like, hey, when can we schedule you? And I'm bad about getting back to them
Yeah.
because I work. Basically, I get up at 7, work nonstop till 6 p.m. By 6, they tend to be shut.
Right.
I'd say no. You get up before 7 because you're at work by 7.
Yeah, I am at work by 7.
Well, see, that was the thing I was going to say is like when I told the doctor to test my T levels, he was like, well, what symptoms have you had? And I was like, I don't even know what the symptoms would be. I just know it's certain ages you need to ask these things. And I wouldn't have known that mine was slightly lower without having that test done. But I mean, are you having like, Do you think you have sleep apnea? I mean,
I snore bad.
Yeah,
like
you do.
really?
it's horrendous.
Oh,
It's
really?
awful.
Yeah,
We shared a hotel room in Austin. It's bad.
yeah. It's.
I mean, I can't
horrendous.
talk. Mine's not. I mean, I snore too, but damn, dude.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it doesn't affect me. At some point in time, so I'll say like 2 years ago, when I was near the 280s, when I was in the upper range, I would be tired at work. Like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would
well, yeah.
I would have issues with staying awake and it's like that actually normally during the summer, and luckily not this summer, and I think it's because of the meds. I would get up, 7, 8, good 6, 8 hours. I can't say what, but it's always a good, at least more than 6 hours. I'd get up, I'd eat breakfast, I'd kind of just sit on the couch, watch some TV, and fall asleep for 2 to 4 hours.
Mm.
So
Wow.
it's 8 a.m. and I'm asleep till noon, and I'm like, why did I fall asleep? It's not like I was tired when I got up. I got up, took a hot shower, ate breakfast, was fine.
Do you
So,
dream?
Not when I'm taking the nap, what I call the naps. you know?
But do you dream at night?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think.
So I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of times it's like if you can't remember dreaming, then you weren't in the deepest part of sleep.
Well,
kinda
so,
thing.
the Fitbit kind of tracks your sleep.
Mhm.
When you were on the phone, I was kind of going back to look at what the Fitbit says, and it says most of the time I'm getting 6 hours of sleep. Like this near the end of July. I'm just picking a date. It says I slept. Let's pick a different day where I didn't sleep for 4 hours. So, all right, on a Monday, near the end of July, slept for 8 hours.
Wow.
And it says it was a good night. It said I was restless 10 times, and restless just means I'm moving.
Right.
The next day, I didn't log it for some reason. Day after that was a 6-hour day on a Wednesday. Maybe I went to bed at 11, got up at 6 a.m. because that's just what my body does. And it says, it was an okay day. I mean, not the 8 hours I was supposed to have, but it says of those 6 hours I had, I was restless for 14 times, which again is just, rolling over or
Right.
quaking or
Just shifting
something.
around.
Yeah. So I was wondering to see what the new meds, if that
Yeah.
changed anything. My problem is I'm not sleeping for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I've never been much of a sleeper
Yeah.
myself. Like if I get 4 hours of sleep every night, I'm a champion.
Yeah.
Like I've never been able to sleep 8 hours a night. Like I can't do it.
I can't.
I'm consistently 5 to
let's
7.
see.
That's actually not good, I don't think.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got 5.5 last night of restful sleep. 5.5, 5:45, 4.5,
Yeah.
7:45, but that was Saturday night.
Mhm.
That was a Saturday night where I got to sleep in on Sunday morning a little bit. But
It
Friday,
is
like weekend nights, I get more sleep when I don't have to be up and at work.
Mhm.
But
It
But
is
yeah, I
weird-
mean-
it is weird too when it comes to sleep because everybody is wired differently.
Yeah.
Like when I go to sleep, if I sleep for 4 hours, I may be dumping all the chemicals out of my brain that my body needs to repair from the previous day. Whereas the next person may need 8 hours, or the next person may need only 3.5. Everybody's designed a little bit different. It's just a lot of it is societal in terms of
yeah, and see, I've never needed tons of sleep before.
Mhm.
And I mean, I used to be able to go a full 48 hours and just fine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was insomnia or what, but I mean, there were nights that I just wasn't tired.
Yeah,
And I'd stay up all night and I'd go all day the next day with
And-
no problem.
just like the BMI chart, I think that it is a lot of societal things. Like when it comes to sleep, you're expected to have 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours devoted to God and to
Whatever. Yeah.
stress-worthy brethren.
Right.
You
I
know
was
that.
like, are you gonna go there?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the
No, it's true.
the system that we have.
Us.
Yeah, the system we have set up now, and that's not really the way it's supposed to be.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Henry Ford.
Yeah. Thank you, Henry Ford. Brother Ford.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, even scientifically speaking, we're supposed to have something called second sleep. Back in the days of tribalism, I'm sorry, guys, I got to dip into my sociology bag here for a second. Back in the day, we would have night watchmen, and they would be the teenagers of the group. Why? Because they were the most fierce fighters, and they had the best night vision. But
Mhm.
the rest of us would be firekeepers. So we would sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and then we would wake up, kind of poke the fire a couple of times, make sure it's not going to go out because building a fire sucks in the Stone Ages.
That's right.
And then as soon as we had it roaring again, then we'd cozy
Go back
up,
to sleep.
go back to
Right.
sleep.
Yep.
So it's perfectly normal that it's actually kind of weird that we lay down for 8 hours straight, and then we get up and then we wonder why we're kind of dozy at
Mythbusters
11. It's
tested
because
that.
we're supposed to go back to sleep after we're awake for a while,
Mythbusters tested that, and it was there's the power nap theory.
Mhm.
That instead of getting 8 hours, that you can actually get more done and be more productive in general when you don't try to get 8 hours of sleep all at one time, and you take a power nap every 2 to 4 hours.
Oh, it's the Einstein method.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's what the dangerous catch people
Mhm.
do.
Deadliest catch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Deadliest,
it's what
yeah.
they do. And Mythbusters actually tested the theory, and they did a thing where they stayed up for a long time and for like 24 hours, and they did like a test, like a physical test on the ship that the crewmen would have to do,
Mhm.
and then they did one where they did for like the baseline, and then they did it when they had a full night's sleep, and then they did the like the power nap thing, and they ran the test, and they actually found that they did better on the power. If I remember right, they did better on the power nap system.
Yeah.
Of every 2 to 4 hours, they took like a 30-minute nap.
Right. And it kind of goes back to that animalistic nature. I mean, if you look in the eyes of someone who's been awake for 24 hours straight, it's like looking into the eyes of a coyote.
Yeah,
I'm for real. Like anybody that's ever been awake for more than a day straight without sleep, look in the mirror and you don't see yourself. There's like something different in your eyes. Chris, I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's like this black dark ring around your eyes, but like the whites of your eyes are different, and the stance of your gaze is different. You look like a wild animal. You look probably like we're supposed to look.
Right?
We're not supposed to all look beautiful every morning when we wake up, like we do in the movies.
Exactly.
Because I'm sorry, kids, a woman's hair does not look that great when she first wakes up.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I had to break away. Did I miss anything important there for a couple minutes?
No.
I broke away.
No, we
No.
just discussed health.
Okay.
Just kept talking the health. So
Because I got a phone call and I thought it was the Latina wondering why I didn't call her back today, but in fact that was somebody asking if I wanted Social Security, and I was like, no, I'm good, thanks.
well, okay then.
Yeah.
So
I want calls like that.
Not really, because
No.
you get a call thinking it's going to be one thing, and you're like, oh, okay, I got to smooth this over, and
I guess fair enough.
then you're like, oh, you're a scammer, leave me alone.
That's cool. I love when they call me and tell me my Windows is infected.
Right.
I'm like, oh shoot, which one?
That's never happened to me.
I've got
Happened to
two
my
of them.
dad like a
Yeah.
week or so ago.
Called
They
and
call
said your Windows is infected, but like, who the
Yeah.
fuck are you?
No, they
Yeah,
call you. They call you and they tell you that a piece of software on your computer notified them that your computer was infected, and they need remote access to your computer to fix the problem.
No. It's like, look, I've had gonorrhea before and I wasn't concerned. How do you think I'm going to be concerned about my computer?
Fuck it. I love talking to them though. I get them going. I'm like, okay,
Hey, ladies,
I
I
understand.
haven't had gonorrhea. That was a bit.
Way to clear that one up.
I have not been on penicillin for 2 weeks straight. I promise. Just for future reference. I did not have severe stomach cramps.
Be just clean, ladies.
I'm clean. I am clean as a whistle. Blow me.
And mark that one for.
Yep. Writing that one down.
There's so much, though. There's so much gold that you just edit out.
All I do is put the little Mario coin in. Like people can.
So basically, it's just you and Mikey with a bunch of every now and then.
Yeah.
Every so often,
And after so long, I'll put a 1-up sound.
So, well, that's good.
Depending on how well, there was one episode over the summer that
We
I
hit
flat
bad,
out put.
man.
I flat out put. I'm like, this is an explicit episode because I just couldn't clean up BJ. Like you, I don't know what you were on that night, but you just
It was the
you were
horse
dropping.
Whoa.
It had to
You were
be the
dropping
horse episode.
F-bombs left and right that night, and I
Whoa.
was like,
Hey.
I can't clean this up.
Just to clear my name, I only do that on whiskey. Okay? I'm on wine tonight, so it's more sexy. On whiskey is when I start dropping F this and F that.
Yeah, and I was like, I listened to it I was about 10 or 15 minutes in, and I'm like, I can't clean this up. I don't have the time to listen to this entire show and clean all this up. So I just tagged it as explicit, and I'm like, sorry,
Editing.
guys.
Editing is stupid hard.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
heard
sucks.
you've taken that role there, Beach.
Yeah, like
Respect now.
yeah, like I freaking recorded and edited my own
Show.
kind of
Yeah,
spin-off
you put-
podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's stupid hard. Like I had to learn how to truncate the ums and the silences,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to learn how to try and lower the levels on inputted music, which is
Wicked hard.
I gave up. I was like, you know what? Given the circumstances, we're just gonna let this fly. And then I realized I was like, oh, so people that get their bachelor's in RTV, I should not make fun of because at this point I thought they were just like dragging and
Mm-hmm.
Control A.
Nope.
And then tools, and then settings. It's not like that.
Nope.
It's not like that at all. There's actually a lot that goes into it. And I always look.
Are you using Audacity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
just
looked.
the best program.
Yeah, I looked at the. Yeah, it's the best program for people like me. And I looked at all those switchboards, and I was like, why would someone need a switchboard and dials? And I get it now.
Yeah.
Editing is not just something you can do.
No, it's not. Now look, I mean, Audacity does have the truncate silence
It does have a lot of.
tool.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
been watching. There's like YouTube videos from people in India. I guess they're Indian. Well, no, I know they're Indian from the accent. On how to like. That's how I figured out how to truncate. I was like, there's a lot of places where I have like 5 seconds of silence where
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and I was like, how do I get rid of this?
Yep.
And
It's
it's
truncate
like,
silence in
yeah,
Audacity, and
yeah,
it's funny because when I do this show, um, I'll hit it, and I like to look at the before and after time,
it's
like
insane.
how long it says the episode is, and then
Mhm.
it knocks 3 or 4 minutes
Oh,
off the total show time just by taking out 1 or 2 seconds of silence here and there.
it really does. Like it knocks out. Like on mine, it was seriously like 5 minutes of me
Yeah, it
going,
knocks minutes off the show, and it doesn't distort it. It still sounds natural.
yeah.
It just takes all that out.
Hmm.
Um, so,
Well, you don't realize just how alone you are until you record by yourself for an hour.
oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was nuts. Like, I'm seriously. That's why I contacted Chris about how to do guests on shows and stuff, because I was like, I was able to bust out like 56 minutes with music,
Hmm.
and the rest. Yeah, okay, there was probably 15 minutes worth of music. The rest was just me talking in free form without script or any type of prompts, because it was something that I was interested in.
Hmm.
right. It's
And
hard.
all the, yeah, oh god, it was difficult, but like all the future topics that I have lined out, I am gonna want some guests.
It's
I will
like
record with you.
blogging.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I know I can't record alone. I'm like, I can't talk that
Yeah.
long.
It's
Mhm.
it's like blogging. Like I've tried so many times to do a blog, and it's really difficult
Mhm.
when it's just you, when you're the only thoughts that are yours are the only thoughts that you're trying to convey.
Yeah.
It's really, really difficult. So no, I totally understand.
Yeah. No, I've got a second episode in the saddlebag that is about truncated, about an hour and 15 minutes of me
Nice.
just going. And I cover so many topics. The biggest being like the last, God, 50 minutes is religion.
Oh God.
Yeah. And it started out as a podcast about K-pop.
Wow.
Like, I sat down with a single song of K-pop that I wanted to share, and then it turned into like a very long rant about religion and the way I feel about it and the history of it, because I've studied a lot of that. And it was one of those things that I had finished, and I was very proud of it. I was like, that is a powerful, that is a very strong podcast that I just did right then. And then the next day I sobered up and listened to it again, and I was like, you know what? It's still a strong podcast. I'm not comfortable releasing it just yet. It'll come unedited, because I've already decided my podcast is about free expression. That is going to be the core of it. It's going to be free expression. Whatever is on your mind at the time is what is going to be released. I heard somebody's chair creak when I said that.
That was mine.
I'm gonna count.
That was basically Chris's body's way of saying, "Oh no, here come the letters."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what my podcast is going to be about. It's going to be, now, of course, the silences are going to be truncated, because I'm not a monster and I don't want to eat up a bunch of unnecessary memory and add to global warming more than I already am. But yeah, that's what my podcast is going to be about. And when I have guests, I'm going to have them know what is said is going down forever. So make sure you're comfortable with it. And so far, like, the next two shows that I have in mind, like in my pocket, are going to be romance, because every episode is going to be about a different topic. That one was
Say romance or bromance?
romance.
Okay.
Every episode is going to be about a topic. The first one was primarily about the occult. things that are mysterious, just different and weird. And
Mysteries
occult.
of the world.
Right, the mysteries. I'm thinking romance and secrets. And right. They're going to have entire episodes about those things, and maybe music mixed in with it that have to deal with those topics. So you guys keep in mind if there's any romance stories or secret stories you want to share with the world. It's a free form podcast, so don't be afraid. Chris?
I've already told the story of my first date that brought her boyfriend.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't I? Didn't I tell it on here?
I don't think. I don't
did or
remember
not.
that one.
Oh, I know I told Beej, and I didn't remember if I told it on air or not.
Well, a lot's got back to Beach over the years.
Yeah.
You could tell that story about the origin
No.
of.
No.
Not on air.
No, we're not telling that story again.
But you told my friend Tom, who you met that evening.
How drunk were you?
Listen, very.
He was crazy drunk. He was
Like-
not Chris. He was
like-
no longer Chris.
Way.
He was Cap.
Way,
He was Cap at the
it was
time.
bad.
Oh, he was capping it hard, son. Like halfway through the story, my friend turned and looked at me and went, "Dude, do you really want to know what he just said to me?" And I was like, "Of course I do." No, because I'm one of those people. When it comes to secrets, when it comes to secrets and mysteries and weird shit, don't present me with that. Because if you walk up to me right now and say, BJ, I just saw some weird shit around the corner, I'm going around that corner.
Yeah.
Because that's the point of life. The point of life is to uncover and unlock the mysteries of your very existence. So if somebody says, do you want to hear a really fucked up story? I'm like, of course I do.
Yes, I do, Dan Aykroyd. I want to see something scary.
Yes, and then my friend tells me this story, and I'm like, okay, now I know that about my friend forever. and I feel that I'm the better man for it. I feel that my life, if when I am lying upon my deathbed and the angel, Gabriel comes down to collect my soul, and he's like, "Hey, B-man," I'm like, "What's up?" Like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm Gabriel." I'm like, "Oh, sweet, you look a lot like Nicolas Cage."
Legit.
Yeah, that's a that's a movie reference. Be like, what was the greatest mystery that you uncovered in your life? Be like, well, the origin of my nephew, apparently. And he'll be like, oh, that story? And I'll be like, yeah, seriously, I searched far and wide for more, and that was the most eye-opening experience of my life. He'll be like, okay, come on. And then I'll get a